Good morning all, hope you're doing well. TGIF. We've had a really good result on our robots. I'm really happy, and it caused me a bit of stress because we had a bit of drawdown on our Aussie USD, and it came around and the Dixie fell and it went to plan, but we just had to have a lot of patience. The technical scores really pumped, and I'm now going to reset that at 56. Okay, so that's what we're going to measure against now. So we've got a bit of green on the screen. They went long ever so slightly, but not really too much. As you can see, it's a very small amount, and they're still net short at the big picture. There's your indices. We saw a decline on the dollar, a little bit of decline on the Nikkei, the Japanese index. Treasury yields fell and the VIX fell, and indices rose. So that would be a risk on indication. Just apart from this, but maybe that's probably fallen to do with the BOJ potentially. But you know, I have to keep an eye on things. There's your risk calc. There's your QDB scores, so we can see Kiwi Swiss is at the top, it's doing quite well, and Euro Kiwi is at the bottom, and it's performing poorly, so that would be normal. Okay, and then we'll look at the indices in gold, and we're very sideways on indices. We currently went to buy on DAX, so you're looking for a crossover, and you're looking to place a stop below the crossover. Okay, so that could be your stop loss, or could have been your stop loss. It might be a bit wide now, but you know, it's probably got a lot of room to the upside potentially. And likewise with S&P, we're going to be quite sideways, chopping sideways. So you've got to be careful if you're using this QDB entry and exit system. You kind of want to see a better, bigger move ideally, and so we could just flip back up on that moving average, couldn't we? So it's up to you how you want to do it, but you could have a stop there, but it might get raided. Likewise, there might be better, but that's quite a wide stop now. So you have to try and look at things and try and gauge what you want to do. It might be better to come back on Monday, but we are by the big picture, and we never did flip to sell on the S&P, but we did on the Dow Jones. We did flip to sell, as you can see on the red. They went long, then they went long, and they got really punished. And they went long. But then, you know, price came up. But they did sell. They went long here, but then they sold, and we crossed the 50% line here. So this could really be the bottom, as pending that this remains green. Okay, gold is looking like it's going to be risky buy because we're getting a crossover. Oh, so close. Yeah, so what we want them to do is them to sell, and then we get a nice move beyond the moving average, and then it'll be a risky buy. It's risky because at the big picture we're above 50%. We're actually a sell at the big picture, but if they sell over time, it's going to get closer to 50%. Then it might cross over for a buy at the big picture. Okay, so give this a couple of hours potentially, and if we see that line come down, then it could be a good buy, and that's where your stop loss would be. Robot. Basically we'd let's have a look at the custom period from the week. We can have a look how we did, and so yeah, it's not a great amount, but it's positive. And also we did encounter quite a lot of loss on our stop loss because CAD yen hit their stop loss, that's £10, and also Aussie USD would have hit the stop loss as well. That's an £8 loss. So our wide stops were needed, just so you guys know. Okay, if we didn't have wide stops, we would have got out at a loss on all these trades. But it did rebound like I said it would, and it did. But basically the real logic for it is that the indices would have rebounded because they've fallen so heavily. They have to sort of rebound a little bit to regain those losses, and because of that, the Aussie is going to do well, and it's going to track the S&P, and it's going to track risk appetite. So we did okay. It was a 2.7% return on our account in a week. Over a month, it's nearly 12% return, which is fantastic. So if you want to join us, the patreon.com/QDB, but you have to be tested on demo. That's really important. And if you select the premium tier, then you get access to the spreadsheet as well. But if you want to get robot access, you can just do basic tier. And that's it. So I wish you a great weekend. Thank you for your patience with the robot. I really appreciate that. And any feedback from your testing would be appreciated as well. And I hope you have a nice weekend. I'll be back on Sunday for the COT data. And I'll see if I can do some analysis in Discord today. But I kind of want to be putting my feet up and resting, because that robot really stressed me out this week. So we'll have to see how we go next week, but it'll be a lot calmer because today we've got end of month, end of quarter and all that stuff. So have a good day. I'll speak to you guys on Sunday.